My experience starts, of course, on Tinder, and right there you should know it's going to be a terrible story. So here I am with my friend Kenny. We're sitting home. We're home alone. My grandparents are away, and we're thinking, why don't we try to go on Tinder and see if we can meet some girls to hang out with. So here we are, we're swiping. Well, I'm swiping. He's just on the sidelines, and I finally get a match, and her name is, we'll call her Kate, and she instantly matches, and she instantly messages me. I'm like, all right, cool. So she says, all right, well, I'm out right now. Why don't we do something tonight? I'm like, okay, fine. And then she sends me her number. I send her a text message, and she says, well, how about you come pick me up at this time? And I'm like, all right, sure. So I go pick her up and bring my friend Kenny to go to this, or the plan was about to eat. So I go there, and I instantly notice a bunch. It was at York College. So you guys know that Jackson Street, it's a big college party street. So instantly I'm thinking, this is not going to be good, but whatever. So here we are, I park. She's like, I think I see you. And she comes closer. I'm like, is this really her? And I kid you not, nothing to short girls. This girl was literally probably like this tall. I kid you not. So immediately, she's like basically like certified midget. And I have nothing against midgets, but she's basically right there. And that's nothing wrong, but not my type of thing. But she sits in my car, and I look at her, and I'm like, all right, so are we going to go out to eat? And instantly notice alcohol. She reeks of alcohol. She's super drunk. This is not a good thing. I look at Kenny, and he's laughing in the back. I'm like, oh, man. So I'm thinking of my thing. I'm like, I really want to go out to eat with this girl because she's going to be totally belligerent, totally, not going to be there. So I'm thinking to myself, all right, no, I'll bring her home so this way I can keep her contained, and maybe, who knows, this might, be funny. So here I am, I'm driving back to my grandmother's house, and I'm thinking, she's talking to me, she has a fanny pack on, and she opens the fanny pack while I'm driving back, and it was maybe a 4-minute ride, and she pulls out marijuana, and I'm looking at her, I'm like, do not light that up, and she's like, well, why not? It's fun. I'm like, not in the car. I mean, don't do that at all. Please, I'll kick you right out of the car. And she's like, oh, fine, you're no fun. So she puts it back in her fanny pack. I'm like, thank God. So here I am. I'm getting nervous now because now she has drugs on her. And I'm drinking, this Ross get on my car now. So I pull up into a Rudders with my friend. And I look at Kenny. And I'm like, Kenny, let's go get something to drink. And he looks at me. He's like, no, I'll be fine here. I'm like, Kenny, let's go get something to drink. So I'm trying to want to talk to him about the situation here. He's like, nah, I'm fine. He's laughing. He's enjoying the whole thing. He's sitting back. He thinks it's hilarious. I'm like, damn it. So I'm like, I get out of the car. I go to the Rudders. I'm walking around Rudders thinking of a plan. I'm thinking, how do I get this girl out of my car without making a big scene or awkwardness? So I come with this brilliant plan. The plan was I was going to drive back to the house, and I noticed my grandparents' other car was there. So I was going to lie to the girl saying, my grandparents are home, I can't bring you home, let me drop you off, because the other car's at the house, there's 2 cars. So I'm thinking this is a great plan. So I get back in the car, I drive back to the house, and I instantly look at Kenny, and I look at her, I'm like, oh man, I must not have realized my grandparents are home, unfortunately, this is not going to work out. And she's like, well, I mean, I'll be quiet. I'm like, sorry, I think this is not going to work. So she's finally listening, she's like, well, can you at least go talk to them? I'm like, sure. She looks at me again. She's like, I'm like, all right, I'll go talk to them. She's like, well, don't go too long, otherwise I will call the cops for kidnapping. I'm like, what'd you say? So I kid you not, I open the door and I'm running. I'm running there. I'm just so she's not gonna call the cops. That's the last thing I need, because marijuana and she's super drunk and I'm sober. This looks terrible for me. So I run in there. I'm like, I come back. She's like, I'm not. I'm like, no. They said no. She says they should just drive her back. I'm like, all right. She's like, fine, all right. We'll do this another time. I'm like, thank God. So finally I pull back to the school and she gets out. And she's like, well, do you want to come to a party? I'm looking at her and Kenny's like, I'm like, after this, I'm like, no, this is not gonna work, Kate. I think you should go back. She's like, are you sure? I'm like, you know what? Fine, go check. She goes out. She's like, all right, I'll be right back. She hits the front door. I'm gone. I'm out. So that's my story of the girl named Kate that I went to a Tinder date with.